Good Saturday morning, everybody. First of all, just want to take a moment to thank everybody that sent Misty well wishes for her being in the hospital for a couple of days. She's fine. She got home Tuesday afternoon, and her stomach's fine. She's eating fine now, drinking, no more issues. I think, if I had to guess, she probably got some kind of virus in her stomach. We're never really probably going to know for sure, but that's probably what I'm guessing happened. But she's home, she's fine, everything's good. So I was very, very thankful that she got home and she's healthy now and back to pretty much 100%. But we're out here on the farm and we've got more problems. If you guys saw my video, the last video, I showed you guys, it looked like the loggers had logging an adjacent piece of property out here on my parents' farm. Came onto our property. Well, it gets worse because they logged a lot more than what I saw from that little point down there on the trail. Came over here on today. Kelly was like, I think they logged more than we think. So I got the Onyx app out and we started walking around, and they have logged a good chunk of our property. So, and it's bad. So I'm gonna show you guys what happened, and we're really kind of not sure where to go from here. It looks like we're probably gonna have to file a lawsuit because it is that bad. The encroachment, it's not a little encroachment, it's a big encroachment. I want to show you guys what that is. If anyone here has dealt with loggers accidentally logging, you know, and it doesn't appear to be intentional what happened, but it happened, and you know, our property has been seriously aggrieved over here, and I'm going to show you guys how bad. So I'm going to take you guys back here right now and show you guys what's going on. And if you've dealt with this, if you had any dealings with this, please drop a comment below. Any help would really be appreciated. We got to get a surveyor out here. We got to find out exactly where the property lines and the property corners are. Onyx tells me roughly where it is, but I'm probably guessing it's within 5 to 10 feet, roughly speaking. So we've got to get a surveyor out here, and then I think the Forestry Commission is also going to send an investigator out here to take a look at this as well. So we're going to go from there. But if you have anybody out there has dealt with this, please drop a comment below and tell me what happened. So let's go take a look at what we got. All right, so if you guys will remember, about a month or so ago, I came through here with the Mini and cut this little deer hole for my dad. This is all our property right here. This is well within our property. So I cut this little lane through here, and we were gonna put a corn pile right back there. So now, this is all gone. All of it. So I'm gonna take you guys back here and show you exactly how, roughly speaking, how far our property goes back that way, and exactly how much they cut on this side of this end of our property, and how far it goes, because it's substantial. So let's go take a look at that. Hang on for a ride. Over the trees we go. I don't know if I can get over that one, but I can go around it. There we go. So this pine stump right here is roughly the property line. So as you can see, everything back here is all our property. I'd say this is mark this stump right here. This is within 5 or 10 feet, roughly speaking, of our property line, if Onyx is correct, and it's typically pretty correct. So somewhere in this ballpark, everything back that way, they have completely destroyed through here. The property line runs back that way. So all of that pretty much, luckily it didn't go into there. That's a bay, like a swampy hole in there. But all this, and so what the property line does is it runs to where that pine is right there. That's got, looks like a mustache at the top of it. That's basically a corner right there. So line goes like this, and then it cuts back that way. It kind of makes a turn. There's a hard corner there, and it goes like that, and it runs that way all the way up there to where I was at that curve that I cleaned up, where that brush, that little bit of brush was on the trail. It basically goes all the way up there. And so my brother and I walked this morning, and if you go to that pine tree and walk straight, they have taken all of that out through there. And our property line from where I was standing in the center of that trail is about 25 yards from the center of that trail out this way. And they have taken all, so from that pine tree right there, everything, all of that, and back in that hole over there, because if you go around this bay right here, it goes back another good ways back in there where they've cleared all that out, and then taken a whole bunch of that. So the crappy thing about this is we don't have a lot of hardwoods on our property. This is like the main area where we actually have a pretty diverse ecosystem here. Most of it's just pine trees and scrubby oaks. Over here you've got these red maples, and because this is all lowland, it's like a bay in here, and so you've got these bay magnolias and all these other hardwood trees that grow in here. They're gone. They are completely gone. And then we actually had some really nice mature pines in here. They're gone. I mean, that pine right there is a big mature pine. This one right here is massive. And this is a 50-year-old pine tree probably. It's gone, I mean, it's all gone. And it's a complete disaster through here. This is an utter disaster. And now, so the road where you see that tree line, that's the highway. That's a road. It's not really a highway, but it is a road. That is an actual named road. And so our privacy on our property is completely gone. The destruction of our land is quite immense. The loss of value, the loss of privacy. This is probably going to be a lawsuit. I don't see how it ends any other way. Or at least, I don't know. We've got to get the surveyor out here to find exactly where this line is, roughly speaking, and take it to that corner there and then go down that way. We don't need a plat. We have a plat, but we need to see exactly where these points are out here so we can figure out where that line is exactly. But this is a mess. This is horrible. This is never going to grow back in my dad's lifetime. This is going to be like this for the rest of my dad's life. And it's probably going to be a mess like this for most of my life. It probably won't actually look right again until if I live that long, to be my dad's age. So, yeah. Don't know what to do right now. But I don't know. I never saw any survey markers out here. There's not a flag on anything back here. So the loggers or the property owners actually own this property. It doesn't appear that anybody came out here and actually flagged anything before they logged. I don't know if they're supposed to do that or not, but nobody ever did. At least that I can tell. Nothing. I've gone down this whole entire line and not one thing's got a flag on it that I can tell. So don't know. It's disappointing. Very, very disappointing. But granted, there's worse things in life that could happen, but this is disappointing. So I'm gonna try to get the Mini out and see if we can't go out on the Impound for a bit. I need to clean up some stuff on the backside, so let's go see about that and see if we can get some work done today. right, that looks pretty good. It's not a finished product by any means. I've got to get back in here. I've got to mow this whole thing again, probably in the late spring, early summer. All this will have to be mowed. I'll bring the MTL brush cutter back over here. That thing works. Once I get like the big stuff mulched down, you know, just mowing in between these sections, mowing that that water grass down there, the MTL is perfect for that. It probably would have handled most of that stuff out here that I just did, but I didn't have it with me. I just happened to have the mulcher with me, so I used it. But the brush cutter is honestly a lot better, mostly because of the weight. You know, I don't have to worry about the machine getting tippy with the brush cutter. I mean, I can stick that thing out there as far as I want, swinging around, whatever, and it's not going to affect this machine. You know, with that mulcher, I have to be very careful with where I stick it out and how far, and you know, how it's swinging around. But I've got to get back down here with the bucket. You can see the muskrats have had a field day down here. I'll show you what I'm talking about. There's a big hole right down here. There's several of them that I've got to come out here and collapse and fix. Here's one right here. So you can see that hole is huge down in there, and then it comes out right there, that big old thing. So I got to get back in here with the bucket in the next month or two and collapse all this, fix all this up, try to get some dirt in here and start to fill all this in and get this thing fixed. But this is a lot more open than it was now. I'm not trying to take everything. I obviously want to leave the bigger trees. I really like these hollies. They're really pretty. They'll grow into nice trees. And then obviously I took quite a few of the red maples, but not all of them. These are red maples. You know, they grow up into really nice, pretty trees. Like that big one right there is a red maple. And they grow into really pretty trees, but they were getting a little crowded in here, and a lot of them had these vines all over them. So there's a section right through here that was kind of tore up pretty good, but I got it opened up, cleaned out, thinned out, so that should work. So hopefully we can get back into the swing, a normal swing of things. I'm hoping to get the ASV back this week. I've got a ton of work with that thing ready to go. So we just need to get it back and put it to work. So stay tuned for stuff next week. We got a backyard with this thing next week. So we got plenty of work to do, so stay tuned. And it is just a gorgeous afternoon out here. So pretty. And I'm not really worried about the stuff out here in the water. I mean, look at this. It's all grown up. I mean, this is a whole bunch of sticks and trees and all that stuff, so that little bit of stuff in the water won't hurt it. But like I said, when I come back with the bucket, I'll stick the bucket down in there and we'll kind of clean up these banks and these edges a little bit. And if there's any big brush, you know, stuff that's in the water that I can fish out that's still there, I'll get it out, clean it up. So we'll just throw it over here on the other side. This is all swamp back in there. Well, this looks good. This is a huge section right here I got to fix. There's all muskrat holes, all collapsed and everything. I mean, you see all that. It's just a big, this was a muskrat hole, and then it just slowly started to wash out. So it's just washing and washing. I got to get back down here and fix this. This is the worst section. So lots of work to do. So stay tuned, guys, and I will check you guys later. Bye, everybody.